Just tell us, ahead of this parliamentary vote that supposedly could be next week, what lies ahead? What are all the sort of manoeuvrings going to be happening this week?
Good morning, Belle. Well, this is the day that MPs come back to Parliament, knowing that it is just 11 weeks until Brexit, and that the Prime Minister hopes is going to focus their minds, because starting this week they will have 5 days of debate on her withdrawal agreement ahead of a vote next week on the 15th. It's been confirmed this morning on that withdrawal agreement. Now, this is the vote that was meant to take place in December last year, but the Prime Minister pulled it at the last minute. She was facing a huge defeat. Over the Christmas holidays, she's been trying to get more concessions out of Europe. There is talk that in the next couple of days she might have that codicil, that legal text that she's after, on the Irish backstop, trying to time limit that. But she's also going to be doing some wining and dining. She's greeting MPs with a drinks reception inside number 10 Downing Street, both tonight for half of her MPs and on Wednesday for the other half. And she's bringing their spouses as well. So she is going to be stressing to them the need to support her deal in this vote next week. But she's also got 200 MPs this morning who have written to her saying that they will not accept a scenario where the UK is heading towards no-deal Brexit. That is something that Boris Johnson in the Telegraph this morning writes in favour of, saying the UK would be fine on WTO rules. And then another group of MPs are trying to create a US-style government shutdown with an amendment to some other legislation going through the Commons this week. So it is a difficult start once again to the year for Prime Minister Theresa May.
Well, as you said, she bought herself a month in terms of trying to get this deal through Parliament. Do you think she can now do it if this vote goes ahead next week?
There are no indications, Belle, that anyone has shifted their position over the Christmas. There has been sort of backroom chats between the Whip's office and the Prime Minister and some MPs. But at the moment, the DUP still not supporting it. They're the party from Northern Ireland who prop up the government. There are real divisions across her benches. And I think today we'll see something which might start to focus minds, which might cause a shift. The government has had to hire 100 lorries. It'll be driving them down to the port of Dover and doing what's called stacking in preparation for no-deal Brexit. That is where you turn sections of the motorway into lorry parks by parking on the hard shoulder, because that is what they would need to do to keep supply lines going through that port. So I think in the next couple of days we'll be hearing in the debate all those fears about no-deal Brexit being really raised up to try to get MPs on side with the Prime Minister to keep her in the job at number 10.